So these are the messages that took place the night before and the morning of, and then later on into the evening when everything supposedly took place. So Steven says, ain't nothing wrong with me. I wasn't meaning it disrespectful, but it is something that you would want and can't talk about it on here. Talking about having a meet. The mother says, it's not something you can call me about. And he says, I did call. She says, I just think the way that you came about it was extremely inappropriate and was disrespectful to not only Justin, but to me as well. Then does an audio call. Then he places a video chat. The next text messages. What's up? I'm super fucking livid right now, honestly, because I don't understand. And this is the mom. And he says, Steven says, what? Why are you livid? I never disrespected you. Your baby has been asking me about you. And then she responds, this all just come across. Wasn't wrong, and Valentine's Day is not my favorite day. I lost my very best friend on this day, and that just didn't sound right and looked bad. And I don't know. And what do you mean asking you about me? What has she been asking? Cassie, the mother says. Stephen replies, sweetie, I am as straightforward as it comes. If I was just talking to you to try and I would have done tried. And she says, I'll give you that. She asked me if I ever talked to you and if you were as bad as they say you are. This is Stephen. Are you as bad as they say you are, Cassie? Cassie says, just came off wrong, upset me. Wow, as bad as they say? What did you say? And he says, oh yeah, they have made it look like you're just horrible. I told her that you're doing good and are fun to hang with. And she replies, when did she ask this? And he says, she asked me yesterday going to school. I'm surprised she thought about me, says Cassie. She's scared to see me because of their relationship, huh? I mean, didn't you say they kept her inside for a month after I seen her that day at Justin's home? She does all the time, Stephen says. Yes, exactly. Yes, she is still not allowed outside by herself in the evening. They told her that you are in the woods. She is confused about the situation, but I told her that you are not hiding in the woods, but we talk. What is wrong with him? Is he on drugs or that fucking stress that his mental has him thinking I'm gonna steal her in the night? Or that I live in the fucking woods behind his mom's house? Says Cassie. That's some serious crazy shit. It's like they are scaring her and brainwashing her with literal insane thoughts only a child would believe, so she doesn't want to know me like they make it out to be. Cassie says, makes me wonder if Lucky has the beginning stages of his mom's mental problems and no shit talking, just concern for him in general as a person. Or tell me, is the whole fucking family just all throwed off in general, acting like a fucking cult or some shit? Might not want to drink the Kool-Aid, man, if you know what I mean, says Cassie. Not him, said Stephen. Cassie says, not like I'm going to react upon this, 'cause I surely won't. I won't. I want what's best for my kid and being everything they feed and fuel her head with wouldn't be anything in my favor. Steven says, like I said, I told him I talked to you. Cassie says, but it makes me sick to my stomach. They think that's okay. She has a innocent, fragile child mind, and them warping it with chaos is not right, man. Steven says, well, don't. But I might take you out to the dock to fish and accidentally pull up with her to fish. That's asking for trouble and setting me up for failure, says Cassie. Steven says, not at all. Cassie says, I do not in any way need to be set up to lose my child even more. Lucky would lose it if he knew. And is this what she asked you to do? Steven says, I'm your daughter's favorite person and she will not tell. Cassie responds, or what y'all maybe talked about for her to see me? Steven says, she wants to meet you. I told you I am on your team. I will do what I can. Cassie says, I want to meet her too, but if this comes back on me bad in any way, I could lose her forever and I would unalive you and then myself, man. No threat, but a promise, says Cassie. Steven says it would not. As long as no one says anything about it being set up, no one would know. They wouldn't even know, and she won't say anything to them. Cassie says there is a park down the road from my house. Would that be okay? And you and Justin would have to sit nearby and bullshit or pretend to do. You can listen if you need to, but for my protection as well, I couldn't be alone. Steven responds, I mean, Justin can walk around the park and we can talk to you. She says, this whole thing scares me, and that's fine. Steven says, like, for real, for real. She says, why doesn't she? He says, it's okay. We don't have to. She says, no, I want to. Just please understand that I'm as scared as she is. She's not the only one made to feel terrified about things like this, and it's sad because she is my daughter and I her mother. We should be happy and excited to get to see each other, or at least not so scared to do so. Don't you see anything wrong with this, man? Like, please understand, but yes, I want to see her. Yes, I want to talk to her and answer any questions she has truthfully, no matter how much it may hurt me. She deserves to know the truth on my end and also how much I do love her, because at this point she's got to be questioning if I do or not. Steven says, oh, I see the wrong with it, and I am trying to fix what I see wrong. You are not a bad person, and she deserves the chance to know that, says Stephen. Cassie says, when would you want to do this? He says, you want to do it tomorrow? She says, look, it's one thing to hear you say it, but before we meet tomorrow at the park, I need to hear her say it herself, either in video or on the phone, that this is what she wants, is to meet me and to talk to me. She doesn't have to say nothing more or nothing less, please. She says, you don't know what I've been through trying to have anything to do with her, or the harassment from his friends and such because of the lies they have been told. I need reassurance. And he says, okay, I will take her to school tomorrow. She says, after school, correct? And he says, yes. She says, what time would I need to be at the park? And you can guarantee I will hear her say it. That's what she wants me to be there. Question mark. He says, yes, I will take her to school and have you on the phone. She says, I will not force anything on her. Seems there's been enough of that already. He says at 7. She says, okay, I'll be awake by 6:30 or 6:40. I do love her and I pray this is no setup for more bad things to come to me when all I want is to know my child. Good night. Hope to hear from her tomorrow. And then that was at Thursday, 12:30 a.m. and then at 6:30 a.m. morning. Obviously upset because she didn't get a video or a voice about it. And he responds, "Good morning," right away. She responds right away, I hope I hear from her this morning and please let her know that if she changed her mind, that is perfectly okay too. And I understand. Don't want her feeling pressured. And then responds, y'all have a good day, man. Yes, ma'am. Have you seen Audrii a few hours later? I dropped her off at the bus and she didn't get on and hasn't gotten home. And then Cassie replies, no, Steven, where in the fuck is my kid? I dropped her off at the bus and she didn't get on and hasn't gotten home. And that is Stephen McDougal.